Sarulai is a gangster from Madurai who runs a paratha restaurant. Due to his thug-like behavior, he is unable to find a bride, and even when his marriage is fixed, the bride runs away when she finds out about his criminal background. His notoriety comes to the attention of an Englishman named John, who is a right-hand man of a London-based white supremacist don named Peter Sprott. John offers £2,000,000 per week to Sarulai if he works for Peter against the rival Don Shivae Das, who is Peter's arch-nemesis and has considerable influence among London's Tamil-speaking population. Sarulai accepts the offer with the intention to use the money to eventually settle down and give up his criminal activities, and leaves for London. At London, Sarulai learns more about Shivae Das and his gang as well as their activities, which involve smuggling weapons from conflict-ridden countries in exchange for money. Peter's gang, led by Sarulai and John, raid Shivae Das's boat yard where the smuggling is in process under Shivae Das's right-hand man Rajan. During the raid, Sarulai kills Rajan as well. Shivae Das and his gang realize that Sarulai is responsible for killing Rajan and kidnap him. At Shivae Das's hideout, Sarulai negotiates with him to kill Peter under the ruse of inviting him for a peace talk to end their feud, in exchange for £6,000,000 as well as a paratha restaurant in London. But during the peace talk, Sarulai betrays Shivae Das and hands over an arrow to Peter, who uses it to hack Shivae Das to death. As a reward for Shivae Das's death, Peter offers Sarulai a designated area in London to start his business and allow Tamilians to live there, and christens the area Little Madurai. Meanwhile, Sarulai falls in love with Attila, a Sri Lankan Tamilian singer. When he initially approaches Attila, she reveals that she is a widow with a 7-year-old son named Dharan. However, she soon reciprocates Sarulai's feelings. While on a date at a park, they are attacked by Shivae Das's remaining henchmen Deepan and Dharani, who have sworn to take revenge on Sarulai for betraying Shivae Das. Deepan shoots Sarulai, leaving him critically wounded. However, he soon manages to recover under Attila's care. But one day, he notices her injecting a mysterious drug into his drip bag with the intention to kill him. When confronted, Attila reveals why she wants to kill him. Attila, Dharan and Attila's brother, who is Dharan's father, are the only survivors of an aerial attack on their village in Sri Lanka during the Sri Lankan Civil War. At a refugee camp, they are convinced by Shivae Das's aide to join Shivae Das's gang, who would help them move to London under the guise of husband, wife and child, and are offered fake passports. On the way, Attila's brother is caught and thrown into Peter's private prison, which is used to hold refugees and other illegal immigrants, but Attila and Dharan safely make it to London. Attila further reveals that Shivae Das was involved in smuggling with the intention to use the money to help the illegal immigrants and refugees from all countries financially and legally, and was planning to fight for her brother's release as well. Shivae Das, on hearing about Sarulai's love for Attila, decided to offer him protection and get him married to Attila. But due to Shivae Das's death, the money to fight for the immigrants' rights had dried up, and Attila's brother has no chance of being released from prison as a result. Hence, Attila had planned the encounter in the park between Sarulai, Deepan and Dharani with the intention to kill Sarulai, but she still saved him due to her love for him. Sarulai also learns about a bill pending in the British Parliament called Bicor, whose purpose is for restricting immigration and is being pushed by Peter and a few other lawmakers. If passed, most of the refugees and illegal immigrants would be deported or thrown into prisons, which would benefit Peter. On hearing this, Sarulai has a change of heart and decides to help Attila, Deepan and Dharani in their fight against Peter and Bicor. With the help of Deepan and Dharani, he manages to recover the money which Shivae Das had acquired for the immigrants, and this money is used to release some of the immigrants, including Attila's brother. Sarulai and Attila resume their relationship. Meanwhile, Peter asks Sarulai to travel to Birmingham to kill Andrews, a minister who is against Bicor. Sarulai realizes that Peter wants him to kill Andrews so that his death can be blamed on an immigrant and thus Bicor would gain more support and be passed in Parliament. He refuses to kill Andrews. In retribution, Peter, John and their men attack Little Madurai and in the process, kill Sarulai's close friend Morajuzan. With no other option, Cerulai accepts Peter's demands and leaves for Birmingham. However, during the journey, Cerulai, Deepan and Dharani kill John and head for Peter's mansion instead. They manage to subdue Peter's goons and barge into Peter's room. Despite Deepan and Dharani wanting to kill Peter, Cerulai decides against it and instead transports Peter to a remote land somewhere in the Middle East. Cerulai, Deepan and Dharani then destroy all proof of Peter's British citizenship, offer him a fake passport from the Republic of Matuthavani, and leave him there to live as a stateless refugee forever.